Hey guys, this is Kyle. I'm here today to talk about past and current protests and how they affected and do affect the mass media. Let's start off with some history on some of these protests, starting back with the anti-tax movement, to the American Revolution, to the abolitionist movement, to the women's rights movement. All of these were protests in American history and had a big impact on all mass media at the time because they were important topics. The following are a list of examples of athletes that have protested the national anthem and the American flag in recent years, which also happen to be covered greatly in mass media. First is Mohamed Abdul-Rauf, a former NBA player. In 1996, he refused to stand and pay respect to the flag, stating it as, quote, a symbol of oppression and tyranny. At the time, this was covered on all major mass media like TV, newspapers, and magazines. Next is Carlos Delgado, a former MLB player. In 2004, he didn't leave the dugout during God Bless America. Next is Ariana Smith, an NCAA player. In 2014, she laid down next to the American flag with her hands up, yelling, "Don't shoot," because of the grand jury's decision on the Ferguson case. And finally, we have the most recent and popular one.
Which brings me to Colin Kaepernick's asinine publicity stunt. Tomorrow, our flag will be flying majestically in stadiums across America, and the national anthem will be proudly sung, and this fool refuses to stand in respect of those heroes mentioned above.
Now, Kaepernick's protests were not only covered on many TV stations and newspapers, but many professional athletes took to social media to respond to Colin's decisions. Just a few of these athletes are Justin Pugh, Tyler Columbus, Chris Butler, John Peterson, Mitch Harris, Chad Johnson, Adrian Claiborne, John Daly, Shane Whitfield, Tiki Barber, and many others. Now, obviously, Kaepernick's protest is going viral on mass media, but we wanted to see the reactions of people around campus and our peers, so we interviewed a few people. Hello, Mark. First of all, thank you for doing this interview. Is it okay if I ask you a few questions about Colin Kaepernick's protests and how they affect the mass media?
Sure.
All right. Well, first of all, are you aware of Kaepernick's protests?
Yes, I am.
Would you mind sharing your quick opinion?
Sure. I believe that he has a good cause around it and that it has a significant value, but I feel like he could do a better way of protesting.
How do you think people will react to his protests on social media?
There will be outrage and there will be some people supporting him.
I agree. What kinds of influences do you think Kaepernick's protests will have on the mass media?
I feel like they'll try to make it a bigger issue than what it is, and they'll mainly focus in on it rather than like what he does as a job.
Okay. One final question. Do you think the mass media made his protests more popular than just him doing them?
Yes.
Okay. Thank you for your time, Mark. Hopefully now, you understand how much of an influence the mass media has on protests like these. The media can turn something as simple as Colin Kaepernick silently protesting the national anthem into a complete outrage against him. Thank you guys for watching.